Okay, hi. And today we're going to learn the process to create a design thinking activity. Or you say like, okay, how can I start? How can I use design thinking? Because I know it's collaborative. You can say like, I know it's students learn how to learn about empathy. But now, how can I start? Okay, so here we're going to learn about it. And the first thing is that you need to, okay, we're going to see what are you going to do. Um, the first thing is that you are going to define a challenge. Okay, that's the first step. Every design process begins with a specific and intentional problem to address. This is called a design challenge. Like, what is the necessity in the environment that you are? What are the problems? What are the situations that you are living? So, you are going to start with that and you're going to define the challenge. Okay, so you say, like, my in my classroom, my students are a little bit irresponsible, for example. So you are going to think about your students. So according to the necessity or the environment that you have, you are going to choose a challenge. Then you are going to create a plan, like your project plan. Once you have decided which challenge to work on, you can start to plan your design. Okay, how can I fix this? And how can I involve my students? So we are going to create a plan. What are you going to do Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? And if you are going to work just for 1 week or 2 months, 3 months, how long you want to develop this activity. So you have to create your plan. Then you're going to prepare. So you have to prepare before you start. You need to prepare your themes, your spaces, and your materials. Like you say, okay, I'm going to work with groups. So this is my first group. So you divide your students into teams. Remember to work in small groups. If you have a lot of students, try to divide them into a group in which you think they are going to participate. Okay? Then you are going to okay, let's see here. Okay, then so you prepare your teams, your spaces where you are going to work. So now you have to okay, the spaces like in the classroom, at school, so all of the environment that you are going to, okay, you're going to work. So after that, you have to go to the phase one. Discovery. Understand the challenge. Review the challenge. Share what you know. Build your team. Define your audience. And refine your plan. Okay? So I'm going to work on the values. My students are going to work in groups. I build my teams. My audience is going to be all the school. All the school. Because at the end you are going to present your results. Then you're going to work on interpretation. Tell your stories, okay? Capture your learnings, share inspiring stories, find themes, define insights. For example, if you're going to invite others, professionals, famous people, famous neighbors, I don't know, it's your creativity here, okay? But you invite them to get into your classroom, not a school, your classroom with your students, and they are going to explain what they do and how they are famous. Um, you share inspiring stories, okay, according to the topic. Then you generate ideas, okay. Prepare for brainstorming with your students. Okay, now we have your teams, we have our teams, we invited people. Okay, now it's our turn. We're going to think about it. So they are going to generate ideas. So brainstorming is important. You can think about your activities to have a great brainstorming. You select promising ideas. Your students are going to share their opinions. Okay, this one, it's possible. This one, yes. This one, try to fix it. Try to tell me another one. If they are telling you ideas that are a little bit crazy. Okay, sketch to think. You're going to write. The activity's name. So, the power of empathy, for example. El poder de la empatía. The power of empathy. So, you can write or create your names project with this name. Then experimentation, you are going to make prototypes. You're going to create a prototype like with a role play, with an interaction with neighbors, with people in the city, or you can experiment with diagrams. Okay, these prototypes can be activities related to your students. Then you get feedback. You're going to give feedback. You can build a question guide, and with the question guide you facilitate feedback conversations. Identify what's needed and work on that. Then the evolution, you track learnings, define success, document your progress, move forward, and work on the solutions. Okay, work on the solutions. If you're going to work on the power of empathy, okay, you already interviewed famous people, your students already gave their opinions about empathy, now they role play. Now the result, a newspaper, a big poster at school. What is empathy? So they are going to share about empathy, like what is the first one, the definition of empathy. And you have to share the results, presenting everything. How did you start it? Why did you interview people? Why did you invite people in your classroom? You're going to share all of these steps. So at the end, your students can present, okay, the power of empathy is this, and they explain what is empathy, and they can give a recommendation at the end. You can invite all the schools, all the members of the school, teachers, students, parents, and you can create an amazing activity. Okay, so this is the last part. Share your story, okay, your experience, explain your result, share your results, and your students are going to develop critical thinking. They are going to become critical thinkers, and that's amazing because they work supposedly alone, but you were there helping them and designing while learning. Okay, so this is design thinking. I hope you are going to apply it and create your activity. So this is the end of this session. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it and learn all the time. Every day we learn something new. So I hope you learn with this session. Okay, so this is the process. Now try yourself.